Well,
I just don't feel like taking up public space on it.
oh, you have to like really reverse that attitude because I took up all of the public space and I feel great.
Hey yo, it's Liara, and today you join me back over here on Truly Bedrock, where the moon is rising over spawn, and I am very low on food. I have been so focused on digging that I have been very much neglecting to actually get any food, and I am down to what you see on my hotbar. I just went ahead and cooked that up. So I guess that's going in here for the time being. Or wait, no, the white one's the food one. I have more than one bundle now. I can actually organize them. Last time we got ourselves established and I got myself the Silk Touch pick. And this time I have definitely been using it. We are going to go ahead and get a hold of Fortune so that I can fortune all these down and see what kind of materials we're working with. And while I do, I'm going to talk to y'all about some math. Last time we talked about the train line that I want to put around the whole island. That's going to go from clear from one end all the way to the other, past what render distance shows at the moment. And the thing about a train line that size is that it's going to take a lot of materials. Therefore, I need to work out how many materials exactly it is that it needs. And we need to get ourselves a checklist going for those materials. Now, this is a project that I am sure I can go ahead and get some materials from others. I'm probably not going to be working on it alone by any means. But it would be nice to have, an idea of what we're working with from the start. So I guess before I even go buy this fortune pick, we're going to hop into a boat and we're going to go run some numbers. The trouble is, it's still not quite as straightforward as just, what's a square that would go all the way around the island? See, we aren't just going to need regular rails to go around this. We're also going to need power rails for it, and we are probably also going to need whole kinds of redstone spaghetti lines running through the place. And all of this is going to have at least 2 sets of tracks going in each direction. So that is 4 sets of tracks that I need to calculate going around the whole place, minimum. So we're at about 1030, 1260 here. I'm going to write that down. And we are going to noom all the way to the other corner. All right, now I'm around at the far side of the island where apparently the cold cows reside. So we'll get the coordinates from here too, which is about 250 and negative 630. Now, obviously this is not going to be going around the whole outside edge of the island. This is going to be far more compact than that. However, it will also have spur lines and stuff like that. So I am happier erring on the side of caution. Oh, Rogue's who's building that. Okay. And erring on the side of caution in this case means getting all the materials. So we know we need 6 iron for every 16 pieces of track. And if you didn't know, you have to have a powered rail at least every 25 blocks in order to have enough power to keep up at full speed on powered rail. For simplicity of the math's sake, I am just going to stick with 1 powered rail for every 16 of the regular rails. That also means that if somebody isn't quite going full speed, they'll get sped up by it, things like that. And then for every 6 pieces of gold that we have, we need 1 piece of redstone, I believe. I think that's the recipe for powered rails. We'll check. We also need some way to power the powered rails. And that is most likely just going to be levers. So that is like a negligible cost. That is, I highly doubt we are going to need more than a shulker of cobblestone for the entire island. So I'm not going to worry about the cobble. I am not going to worry about the sticks. Actually, maybe I should get a hold of somebody with a witch farm and just take all their sticks. Let's see, powered rail. Yes, 1 piece of redstone for every 6 pieces of gold. So that means one piece of redstone can get us whatever 16 times 6 plus 6 is, which is apparently 102 blocks. So we're just going to round that to 100 for the simplicity of the math. So for every 100 blocks that we go, we need 6 pieces of gold, and we need 6 times 6, so 36 pieces of iron. Again, as I said, the sticks and the cobblestone are actually negligible. What's not going to be negligible is the actual, materials that we're building the elevated track with to begin with. But I haven't designed that yet because I don't know how much redstone spaghetti I'm going to need to enclose, or if these are just going to be simple track lines. Now, where are we going to get all those materials? Well, farms if we need to, but I realized something. We're using gold as the currency this season, right? Well, I need gold, which means that I need to be selling something. I mean, right this second, I need to be buying something because I need to use the trading hall a bit more. But generally speaking, I need to figure out something to sell. Last episode, I talked about how redstone might be a good option because I was getting a lot of it anyway. And maybe it still is because we need an awful lot of everything else compared to the redstone. Unless we have a whole bunch of redstone spaghetti running around the whole place, in which case we won't. So I need to look and see what it is that I already have some of to get a shop started, get stuff out the door right away, get the gold earnings going, because I really don't want to build a gold farm. All right, hello, we are trading. Oops, helps if I turn it into ingots first. Thank you. Oh, hold the presses. Forget the boots I have. If I have the emeralds, we're coming back for those. All right, sir, I would like your fortune book, please. Thank you. And I have plenty of emeralds left for both those boots. Give me boots. Give me good boots. And you have an Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 3 pick that I may come back and get, depending on what else I enchant on this one. Another thing that I apparently need is to get a roof over my head at some point. So we're gonna catch up with JC at some point soon and get ourselves a room in the hotel. But for right now, I'll just be grateful that somebody else is sleeping through this night. And remember that it's been a bit and I'm phantom bait. All right, so we're gonna make a brand new diamond pickaxe. And the enchanting table has actually been moved into the hotel. So let's go ahead and see what it's offering me on here. Only efficiency 2, unbreaking 3 for the top trade. What happens if I knock that top trade down to a level I can actually trade for? 17 is unbreaking 2. 24 is still unbreaking 3. We can get to 24. I can figure out how to get to 24. We've got the villagers for access for that. All right, and level 24 was enough to get me a Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 3 pick out of the table, which is more than good enough for the time being, and will slowly get combined up into an Efficiency 4 as my other pickaxes die. Right now, we're putting that fortune book on it, and I am gonna go find some place to pile up a whole bunch of ore. All right, my inventory is now considerably fuller. I did go buy some pumpkin pie from Zloy's villagers, but more importantly, I fortuned everything. Let's actually go ahead and block these up so we can get a better count of them. So that's just 13 times 18, whatever that is. 234 pieces of rail. I will take it. Which is enough to go around 3,700 blocks. I guess it's time for me to get out a copy of the map and actually run the math. All right, so I've got that all fortune down and tucked into my ender chest, but before we run the math on how much I actually got, me shoving all that in my ender chest made me realize I am severely lacking in two things. Shulker boxes and a place to actually put stuff in general. Right now, I've been living in that little cave underneath the hotel, but living is kind of a strong word for it, since I've been in the actual mines for the most part. But JC has finished, let me back up and take a look at how pretty this place is. JC has finished the hotel, and I would like to come and get a room in it. Hello.
Welcome. Are you looking for a room?
I am. I am very tired of living in that small cave now.
Yeah, it was getting a bit cramped, wasn't it?
We've been all collecting pets. Like every time I come back out of the mines, there's just another cat in there.
Yeah. I may have spread another 9 pets around the place, but luckily it's big and you can't notice them.
Okay.
Oh, so there was a cat on the desk, but it's back here now.
I take it that means pets are allowed in the rooms, yes?
Yes, it is a pet-friendly hotel, yes.
Awesome, yes. Okay. I will bring my
Would
still
you like
unnamed
a look
dog
around? Yes, you
would.
can, yeah.
I would love to see what rooms are available.
Okay, well, this one's now full and taken. There's Plod and Alien in there. There's a 4-person room here that's got nobody in it yet, so you might have this space to yourself for a little while.
There's
Plenty of storage.
Space,
yeah. There's storage behind the doors, and there's some single ones there.
Oh, okay.
It's all well lit as well. I've tried my best. I'm pretty sure everywhere is spawn proof, so we should be nice and safe in here.
Good to know.
With the scary villager painting that makes me jump every time. I might change it. It scares me. We can't. That room's not available.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Another spacious one. Lots of windows in here. Lots of light. This one also hasn't been claimed by anybody.
Ooh.
This room, there's beds available, but it has been vandalized.
Vandalized? Oh.
With the red.
Oh,
Everywhere
no.
is blue.
Oh, okay,
So,
I see.
Jade started living in here and started redecorating.
Okay.
So I'm going to call it vandalism.
Good to know.
And I'll show you this room, but me and Gio are in here, and this is because this was my favorite room, and I didn't. Once she picked it, and I was like, oh wait, this is my favorite room. Maybe I should claim the other bed because I like it.
Yeah, innkeeper gets pick of the best one, I'd say.
Right.
All
so
right.
yeah, so there's plenty of space available still.
I feel like I don't want to be running up and down the stairs all the time if I don't have to. So I will take space in that back room here. Yeah, I think that's going to be plenty of storage space for me.
I'll get you a key card. Now I've been asking the other members for donations, but I figure since you collected lots of resources to go towards the actual building of the hotel, I figure we can let you off for that.
Okay. Well, thank you very much on that. I mean, if you do, want me to go ahead and get you a diamond pick or something, I'd be happy to as well. But
well, now you're saying that, I'm going to say no, it's okay.
Oh, I know what I can contribute. Where would you like an ender chest?
Yes, just anywhere in here, really. Anywhere that there's
Anywhere in
space. That anvil's nearly broken. I might move one of those.
How about I put it right over here?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, there's your key card. I'll put it on the door for you. That can stay there. That's just so that people know that it's been claimed.
Awesome. All right, and I'll go get my puppy and move out and pick out a bed. So I take it changing of the bed sheets is discouraged then, since Jade's has been declared vandalism.
She's done it, but I mean, if you really must change the color of the bed, I guess I don't mind.
It was more of just for claiming purposes. I'll just put a sign. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll pick out my bed and then put a sign. Thank you so much for taking care of building this. It is adorable.
Yeah, I'm really pleased how it turned out. And don't
Awesome.
forget to sign the guest book as well.
Oh, okay. I will make sure to do so. Oh goodness.
Yeah, I will say there might be some noise from some of the other residents because people like to argue, I guess.
Yeah, that may be the mistake of being here on the bottom floor, but I guess that just encourages. If I take one of, do I take one of these beds because they're further away from the shared wall? Yeah, I think that's the strategy.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
right next
yeah,
to the door. Yeah.
If they're jumping on the bed as well, yeah, that's where you're gonna be able to hear that.
Okay. Yeah. I think that I will claim the bottom bunk over here then. Well, thank you, and I think I will take a nap in it right now. All right, so we have our bed picked out here at the hotel. That means we can go ahead and start moving our stuff into here. However, I think the valuables are staying in the under chest for now, except that some of them are getting smelted down right away so I can go spend them. I want to go ahead and go check out what's available in the shopping district already and see what we need. I haven't run that math yet, and we still will at some point in this episode, but I can tell you right now, none of this is enough of it, so we are going to have to budget for buying more materials or, making trades for it somehow. But for right now, I am almost level 30, so I want to go trade with the villagers some more, get myself to level 30 and get a helmet finally. I will get a turtle helmet someday, I'm sure, but this season it just has not been a priority yet. So we're gonna go ahead and get out a bit of this gold to smelt down, and I will meet you up in shopping in a little bit. Okay, so I have gone ahead and gotten everything enchanted and whatnot. It is all put away because I am actually going to fight a dragon momentarily. We're in the middle of stream weekend at the moment, but I have been doing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth so much that we've been calling it a Scooby-Doo montage at this point. So I am going to give up and buy an Elytra. This is an Elytra that is probably immediately going to get put back away after I'm done end raiding, but I figure rather than placing 50 gazillion blocks out in the end, I would rather just go ahead and have the Elytra to fly around to end cities and also to get back to the island that the end portal is on, because we have been there like 4 times. Okay, that is not... Silent mentioned having a shop somewhere that sold... I think I know where it is. Because I did not see any Elytra for sale up in there. I have Featherfall for it. It'll be fine. I'm still going to try to grab the vines for the fun of it. Haha, made it. But I have seen a couple people coming out of this cave down here, and I see something peculiar right there. So I have a feeling this might be where we can find the rest of the shops. Yeah. I'm not going to dwell too long in here because I don't know how much spoilers. This does not look like an Elytra shop. But let's see what we can find. See if we can find an Elytra shop in here, shall we? The little hole in the wall. Aha. Elytra, 20 diamonds each. Fireworks, 1 diamond a stack. That is expensive, but what else am I going to spend diamonds on right now? Although no ender chest in the whole room from the looks of it. Jeez. Ender chest, silk touch pick so I can actually do that. Okay, so we're going to buy an Elytra for 20 diamonds. We're going to buy 3 stacks of fireworks, which are the most expensive fireworks I bought in years. And we're going to silk touch this back up. Now, the reason why I am being so hem and haw about picking up this Elytra is because since I am working on the train, I had been debating not even getting an Elytra until the train was complete. I do see a lot of benefits to having an Elytra, but all of it boils down to speed, which is honestly the entire reason that I'm picking them up right now. And I don't know if I want to go zoom fast this season. I think I want to take my time. And I mean, taking my time in my case already still looks like, fully done gear on level 2. I mean, this is not fully done, but you get the drift. Oh, we didn't go get our free gas head. I'm gonna put the Elytra on and glide back down there to get it. Gas head. I ultimately would love for this place to be so outfitted with trains and other options for transport that people never feel like they have to fly to get from place to place, and potentially never even feel like they need to get to use the Nether to get place to place. Now, that's not to discount from the amazing Nether hub that I know somebody's already cooking up for us. There are going to be plenty of need to use it still, but I would like to be able to just hop on a train and go anywhere. For right now, though, I'm going to go ahead and dump off this gas head and all these blocks that I no longer need in my ender chest, since I'm not going to be bridging across the outer end after all. And we're going to go ahead and go fight that dragon. All right, so I am in the end. I have found this tiny little city here that happens to have a boat in it. So I'm going to be able to get another Elytra here. Makes me very happy. And I don't have time to loot all that over there right now because I'm recording this in the middle of a stream that I have 10 minutes left of. But yeah, we're going to go get our first shulker boxes and we are going to mark the coordinates for that sucker over there so that we can get back more easily. Because I am sure coming by to loot that some other time. But for right now... And writing is just so much easier when you already have Elytra. All right, we have returned from the end with enough shulker shells for 5 shulker boxes. I've made one already to go ahead and throw the potential train materials into. But the valuables that I've got in my box right now are 16 diamonds is what I'm down to because I've made some purchases down there in the cave market. Some lapis, some copper. I would like to smelt these down at some point, but more important to get smelted is all this iron and gold, which is not anywhere near as much iron and gold as I thought it was going to be or hoped it was going to be. But I'm still like mentally in efficiency 5 endgame gear kind of, expectations. Not efficiency 3, no beacons, nothing. I do not want to make an iron farm this season. That unfortunately means I either need to go digging in a lot of iron veins, which I actually have found a few of down that mine, or I'm going to need to be able to buy the iron from people who are selling it, which means that I will need even more gold than I thought I did already, which you would think I would conclude then I need a gold farm, but no, I need a shop. I need a shop because we're selling stuff for gold this season instead of diamonds. So I need to figure out what I can sell, what I've already got or what I can get easily, and get a shop set up on the hill there so that I can start getting some gold rolling in from the people who do build farms for it. In the meantime, I'm going to take like a third of this iron and smelt it down manually in the little smelters underneath here. That way I will have enough iron and gold to make an actual smelting array, though I don't know where I'm going to put it because I don't know about y'all, but I don't think I can fit a smelting, okay, I guess I can fit a smelting array in here, but I think JC might be mad at me if I try. You know what I mean? Knock, knock.
What is it?
I know. Since when do I actually knock? Yeah, you've got a very big building here. I was wondering if you might have some spare space that I can like jam a furnace array into and in return for letting you use it too.
Well, I like the letting me using too part. I don't think, and also I don't think that I can allow the usage of the thing. Come with me for the employee only, real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a mess in here.
Yeah.
And if I won't have any more redstone guts to uglily build around, I feel like I will very much appreciate it. Look, this entire building right now is kind of, I'm prepping it to become a guild house for a guild out of which I at this point am very tempted to kick out literally everyone but myself and Silent because of some of the gust killing that they committed. Don't tell Smooth and Ellen, but, just things. So, you look at this already is barely enough to house, 2 players. right? Can you put it somewhere else and I can still use it though?
I mean, I gotta figure out where I'm even putting it. Like that's.
Oh,
the
I have
issue.
a thing for that. I have a thing. Come on.
Okay.
I just yesterday assembled this exact tool for deciding where to put stuff. Behold.
It's a pretty good map. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just emphasizes how little space we have, though. Like,
Well,
I just don't feel like taking up public space on it.
oh, you have to like really reverse that attitude because I took up all of the public space and I feel great. My pores are clear, I am flourishing, I am in my lane. But also, well, if you don't really want to like take up the public space, why don't you just combine it with like a thing that we need built anyway? Like I heard in your video that you wanted to do a railway. Make it like a part of the railway thing. Get some people a reason to go to the railway in the age when Elytra exists.
Yeah, but I mean, then everybody's there using up my fuel instead of just you and Silent. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Like, I don't want to just put it into a hole somewhere, but I'm living out of the hotel at the moment. So.
Yeah, that's me too. I'm living out of the hotel's attic.
Oh.
So, in case you were wondering who got the penthouse, was not what it was advertised. That being said, this is Spawn Island. People will show up in here, and if you want your super smelter to run on a sort of a farm for the fuel, there's a lot of people who will want to load that super smelter by just kind of hanging around because it's the Spawn Island.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I've been trying to figure out what I could do for a shop. So now I'm trying to figure out how I could make the smelter be a shop. And it's just not clicking in my head. Like how I guess it would be another pay for access thing like I did with my villagers last season.
Well, whatever you do, just make sure it follows, the free rules of the shopping district.
Yeah, I know. We're selling for gold. Luckily I actually need gold, so I actually have a reason to be selling for gold. I still don't understand the rest of you are doing it for.
I told Silent a reason and I immediately forgot it after.
That's classic. All right, we've picked out a place to put the super smelter, but don't be fooled. It is not built already. This is a hologram. This is from a program called Structura that is made by Raven Mad Hatter, and it creates a hologram of a build for you to then easily copy. This is a furnace array setup originally from Silent that has been modified by one of my patrons, JJ, and he has been kind enough to give me a Structura for it. I almost called it Schematica, but Schematica is the old Java version of this kind of idea. This seemed like the most compact way to get things actually dispersed across all of the furnaces and still have a large furnace array. So I do like it. I did pick it out for that reason. But we've got all the materials sitting in the boxes up here, or at least most of them. I still need to actually make the repeaters, but I've got like all the redstone torches for it and everything. And does this thing even use a single comparator? I brought over more quartz, but I think this does not even use a single comparator. So we've got a bunch of furnaces to place. I may even need to go mine some more cobble to get enough furnaces, but we're going to go ahead and copy this design and then figure out where we're going from there in terms of how we're fueling it and so forth. All right, I think I have everything in place correctly. We definitely had a couple of funky things that were not working right originally there. And I also have a furnace that I used as a climbing block just sitting there. Yeah, I believe it's ready to go and just needs to be switched on. The first couple attempts did not go well, but it turned out that I had that repeater right there facing the wrong direction on accident. So, and flick. All right. I feel like something's up that's causing this one to go twice when it's only supposed to go once. But I think that's fine. I don't think that's hurting anything. It seems to be working. So we've got our fuel and input chests done. Now then, the trouble's going to be getting some kind of way up to put the input and fuel in for peeps. And also putting a building over it. But also figuring out how I'm even going to monetize using this. Last season, I had a villager trading hall that I charged for access for. It had a locked door on it, and people could pay for a key card that they could use to get into the place, or they could just pay a diamond each time. Either way, it opened up the doors for them and let them in for however long they wanted to be in there. That could be an option for this. I could charge like a gold block for access to it, but I'm considering monetizing the fuel. Now, if I had my way, I would just have an auto lava farm that would just, automatically fuel this back up. But that's not a thing on vanilla Minecraft at the moment, unfortunately. If I do decide that I'm going the locked door route, I do have plenty of space underneath this to hollow out and add that door mechanism. But for right now, I just got to figure out whether I am connecting the bamboo supply, because I am going to build a bamboo farm above this. Am I connecting it straight into the input chest somehow, or is it feeding into another chest over on the side here where people can purchase from? Decisions.
So you need some bone meal, huh?
I do. I could use some bone meal because I need to grow these trees and I'm very impatient.
Oh, I have just a little. Okay. Will that be sufficient?
Oh, geez, that is way more than enough. Okay. What would you like for it?
Okay.
Wait.
I'm a wondering trader.
Oh, well, that doesn't narrow it.
I take emeralds.
Oh, you take emeralds. Okay. Yeah, that's fine with me. I should have some. I've been using the trading hall. Can I get to my inner chest from down here? No, I can't. Yeah.
Ooh, yay. Okay, yep. Yep.
I think that should be fair.
Oh, okay. Yes. A stack for a stack. That's perfect.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. I'd say an emerald bone block's a fair price. Let's do it.
Awesome. Okay. Well, then, nice doing business with you.
Thank you very much.
You know what? I gotta say, it's very nice. It's very nice trading with somebody, and they don't kill me at the end of it. I appreciate it.
I mean, I have enough leads for now. Bye. All right. So it is and it isn't working. We're going to go ahead, make sure there's still some fuel in here, and start the chug along again. And you will quickly see what the issue is. This holds still long enough to count out just a couple of pieces of fuel. In fact, I think potentially just one piece of fuel, which is a problem when the fuel in question is slabs. It just means that it runs out of fuel pretty quickly. Luckily, we are using that fuel to smelt up some charcoal, so you can see I've already got a little bit in there. We're going to use up the slabs because what else am I going to use them for? But yeah, we definitely need to switch to other fuel. So this thing has been designed so that it is about the right size for one piece of coal to go all the way around. I think it's actually been designed specifically to do like a full shulker at once, because I believe this is 27 furnaces per side. So that's a full double chest at once. That's how many materials, not how much fuel. So that means whatever fuel we put into this sucker needs to be at least as good as coal, if not better. And, well, that means I've got all the ingredients for bamboo farm for nothing. Any form that I can put bamboo in is not going to smelt the whole way around. It would fit on a much shorter piston feed tape if I were to do like the logs, but nothing's going to do the whole way around that bamboo can turn into. We actually cannot smelt bamboo logs down into charcoal, which personally I think makes sense, but I get why people would be frustrated about that. It is a little weird that bamboo functions the same as other woods, but then doesn't. But I mean, so do the nether woods. Like the nether woods don't smelt down either. To get us started and have a backlog of fuel, I am chopping all these jungle trees around here, and I need to replant a few again as well. But obviously just manually chopping trees is, well, not an impossible business model, not necessarily a sustainable one. If I want to keep this thing fueled at all times, I need to set up some kind of a fuel farm for it. Which actually makes me conclude that rather than going ahead and having the fuel filled in from above and have the farm up above so it's automatically done, I think my move is to set up some chests over here that wind up filled with fuel that people can then buy and put into the machine. I will have a little guide on the wall as to how much fuel is needed to do how much, but I think that like a minimum of a stack of fuel is needed to fill in this whole thing. It's 54 furnaces if I'm not mistaken. So that's most of a stack. So yeah, I'm pretty sure my move is a kelp farm now, because I can go ahead and recycle all these parts, all these pistons that I was going to use in the bamboo farm and just use them in a kelp farm instead, because them and sugarcane farms all work by basically the same exact principle. In case you're somehow unfamiliar with that principle, let me go ahead and demonstrate by apparently putting the observer backwards. Always manage to do that. All right, super simple. And the way this is set up now is that top observer is going to detect when something grows in front of it and break. So typically you set up a bamboo farm or a sugarcane farm by just having a whole row of these suckers. We are going to do the same, but with kelp. However, setting up a kelp farm is going to involve an autocrafter at some point in the process, and I do not know how to use them yet. Because see, we're going to have the kelp farmed automatically, and then we're going to have it smelted automatically, not through here, but through its own, probably just 2 or 4 little furnaces, actually smokers. Should be smokers, because you can cook kelp faster in a smoker. So I think the complications behind it mean that the kelp farm is actually a task for next episode. Which means I think it's about time that I go wrap this up, get this edited, and let you all watch it. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. If you had as much fun as I did, make sure you leave a like. If you're new around here and you want to hang out again next time, then hey, please subscribe. Take care, everybody. Toodles!